Hey everybody, welcome back to another movie review. Hope you guys have enjoyed my Chaos Walking review. I know that I was supposed to do a collaboration video like a long time ago. I do apologize. I know we have to talk about the old trailer and then some other trailers that dropped and some news that happened recently or weeks ago. We'll get to that video soon. It's just that this week I might actually just scrap that video to be honest, um, but just because at this point it's just old news, and you guys probably are just already have, I don't know. I just don't feel like doing that video, um, but just to lay out what's been going on, this week is actually kind of a hectic week because I have my short film that's coming out this weekend, which I've been working very hard on for the past 2 years. It's called One, ONE, and I'm going to be putting it out on YouTube and on Vimeo. So it's kind of a hectic time right now, and kind of a nerve-wracking time right now too. But more information, of course, will be put out about the film in due time. I'll probably do a video here, maybe discussing my experience with the film and all the stuff that came with it. So yeah, I mean, just wanted to lay out all that right now. Um, and we'll definitely talk more about it in the future. But anyways, I want to talk about another film that I just watched. Believe I watched it like 2 nights ago, and I've been dying to see it because of all the praise that's been surrounding it. And that is Saint Maud, the latest film from A24. It talks about a nurse who's going through a conversion, very recent conversion, and she starts to help this I don't know if she's married or not. I'm going to assume she's recently divorced. No, I'm not sure. But this older lady, um, and she eventually starts to get swayed a little bit by some darker sides of herself and through her religious beliefs. There's some form of manipulation happening within her line of beliefs, and she is being led onto a path of potential destruction. Um, so that's kind of the premise of Saint Maud laid out in a nutshell. Now, going into it, I didn't know anything about it. I just saw the trailer and I thought it was just kind of like a descent into madness type thing. And I thought that was going to be kind of a straightforward premise. And in many ways, it is. But I don't really believe it at its core. It's about descent. And for me, that's the first line of positives that I have for Saint Maud, which is that I like that it's not what I believed it would be, and that it's not such a simple concept to really fully appreciate. Because yeah, you can say that when you watch Saint Maud that it is a descent into madness, and that it can definitely be viewed from those confines. But I personally don't believe that really is what the film is about. I think that's a very face value approach of looking at Saint Maud, but that's not what Saint Maud is really about. I don't really want to spoil it. I kind of gave it away a little bit, but it is about like manipulation, in my opinion. I think that at its core, it's about manipulation and through the confines of religious beliefs and also perception of one's religious beliefs, and questioning a lot about religion in general. How those beliefs uh, form that person, and really how it can destroy a person also. Um, but that's the first thing I really enjoyed was the thematic usage of the film. My second thing I really liked about it was the lead performance. I thought the lead performance was very strong, very creepy. I must say, it's a very physical role. There's a lot of physicality involved. I won't spoil it. I don't know if the trailer kind of gave it away, but it is a very involved role. There's a lot of physicality that comes with it. A lot of I wouldn't say dancing, but a lot of how does she say it? When God is pleased, He will let you know. It's like kind of like this thing that she says throughout the film, and the physicality kind of represents this in sorts. Um, almost almost like an erotic type response, and which is another thing I didn't expect walking into the film, is that the film is highly erotic, also through that physicality, and more or less its atmosphere just feels, I wouldn't say naughty, but it feels like has this like dirty type atmosphere to it, layered under a haunting and creepy atmosphere. Um, But yeah, the lead performance was very, very strong. Strikingly looked a lot like someone that I knew, which threw me off guard for a little bit. But um, like 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 almost a clear image of someone that I actually know. So it was kind of creepy to watch the film and have that person in mind. But um, Beyond that, I think the cinematography is actually quite stunning at some points. There's some great wides. The use of the camera is one of the best parts of the film as well. Where they place the camera, where they find their shots, particularly when she's going down this, I don't know what you call it outside the apartment, but whether there's like a staircase type deal. Those types of shots were great. The shots of her on the ocean shore were breathtaking. Um, but above all else, I mean, I really liked the way they handled the message, the handling of the thematic purposes of the film, and just ultimately what the movie is about. Which is, to me, I don't believe it's a descent into madness. I think that's a very narrow-minded approach to watching Saint Maud. What Saint Maud, in my opinion, is really about is, like I said, the perception and manipulation of religious beliefs. You know, how one finds their happiness in the eye of destruction, and how one begins to worship something that isn't really who they say they are. And within all that, the one negative that I will say about it is that I did catch on to that fairly quickly, and I believe that the film is trying to, I wouldn't say be interpretive, but it feels like it can be. It was approached as such, and I kind of caught on to what it was really about fairly quickly, and it didn't tamper with my experience, but I was feeling throughout the film that this was supposed to be maybe something that was meant to be um, discussed toward, especially and questioning your thoughts on it towards the end, basically interpretive. And I caught on to it fairly early. Um, but beyond that, beyond catching on to it fairly early, striking camera work. Like I said, very, very solid use of camera. Impressively performance and a haunting yet, as I said, erotic atmosphere. It really bathes in sinister chills. It doesn't try to go for jumps and frights. I mean, there are, and there's one jump scare that really got me. I won't spoil what it is. It's kind of in the trailer, but it did get me quite a bit. Um, but I find myself quite absorbed and happy by the results of it. I think that this is, I mean, in my opinion, the horrors that I've seen this year, this is my favorite of the year so far. Believe me, I really enjoyed A Quiet Place Part 2, but I consider that more as a thriller. But I really enjoyed Saint Maud for what it was, and I think that just the atmosphere is really what got me. I just love the way that it was built atmospherically, and I think the lead performance is also something worth watching. It's on Amazon Prime for the next 8 days, and I think it's going to have some theatrical run or something. I'm not certain what the status of Saint Maud is going to be because it's out in the UK, but it's not out here in the US officially, so it's kind of weird how the release is going to be for Saint Maud. But if you get a chance to see it, go watch it. It's a solid horror, and definitely left an impression on me at the very end, which was kind of like this like off-putted feeling. And with that, that's what horrors are supposed to do, at least for me, is leave me feel uncertain and a little uneasy. Not, like, oh, okay, there you go, I just finished watching it. I like that this movie left something for me to feel, or left a feeling for me. And for me, that's what horrors and mostly what films should do for me. And Saint Maud did that, and I think that in general, the way it's constructed, the way that they use the camera and all that stuff, it really amounted to a really solid viewing experience that I think you definitely should watch very, very soon. I would say it's a pretty good movie to start off the summer with, so go check it out.